Once upon a time, in the small town of Serenity Hills, there lived two souls destined for different worlds. Ella, the epitome of wealth and grace, and Elvis, a simple and innocent boy from the other side of the tracks. Fate had woven a story that seemed to defy the odds, but sometimes life takes unexpected turns. Ella, surrounded by opulence, found herself drawn to the genuine kindness and simplicity that defined Elvis. Their connection blossomed into a friendship that danced on the edge of something more, but the gaping chasm between their worlds threatened to tear them apart. Elvis, with nothing but a heart full of dreams, made a promise to Ella that echoed in the quiet corners of his soul. "If I die, I'll find a way to see you in my last moment," he vowed, unaware of the challenges fate had in store for him. As time marched on, the distance between them widened. Ella, succumbing to familial pressures, married a man named William. Elvis, unable to bear the weight of unrequited love, sought solace in the bottom of a bottle, and his health began to deteriorate. One day, as Elvis faced the consequences of his choices, a glimmer of clarity pierced through the haze of alcohol. He realized the destructive path he was on, not only for himself, but for the promise he made to Ella. With newfound determination, he embarked on a journey of self-discovery and redemption. Meanwhile, Ella had found strength within herself. Rather than being confined by the shadows of the past, she forged ahead, building a life that mirrored her resilience. Love may have been lost, but the embers of her spirit still glowed. Elvis, battling both addiction and a dangerous disease, traveled a long and difficult route. Each step was a painful reminder of the choices that had led him to this moment. Yet, with every mile, he shed a layer of his former self, leaving behind the wreckage of his past. As fate would have it, Elvis neared Serenity Hills, his heart pounding with the weight of his promise. The journey had transformed him, and the once innocent boy had emerged as a man who had faced his demons and conquered them. Their paths crossed again, not as lovers, but as two individuals who had weathered the storms of life. There was a moment of understanding in their gaze, a shared acknowledgement of the past. Ella, no longer defined by the echoes of what could have been, smiled with a grace that spoke of acceptance and peace. Elvis, having found redemption in the crucible of his struggles, nodded in silent agreement. The promise he had made was fulfilled not in a tragic farewell, but in the triumphant arrival of a man reborn. And so, in the quiet town of Serenity Hills, the tale of Ella and Elvis took an unexpected turn, proving that sometimes the most beautiful stories emerge not in the tragedy of love lost, but in the redemption and renewal of the human spirit.